Science and just recently completed a Master's of Science degree in Information Security. So I will use my training and knowledge to ensure that the electronic and the digital equipment that we use, such as cameras, closed-circuit TV cameras, will help us protect the city.
Okay. My name is Mike Klinker, and I also would like to thank everybody for coming to the forum tonight. A little bit of my background. I work for Union City. I recently retired from there, and I have a lot of experience in local government. Became very good at solving issues before they became problems. And I've been the chairperson on oral boards, hiring everybody from fire chiefs to grounds workers. Very familiar with fire and the police department, working with both of them to purchase equipment, make sure that the contracts come in within budget. I have a fair amount of budget experience in municipalities. And I love Mountain House. I've lived here for 5 years with my wife. My children are grown, but my wife and I have spent some time trying to make sure that we get our college and going to our local school boards to make sure that we get the schools that we need. So I am involved in the city, and I will be involved in the city. Our plans are to stay here for a very long time. I also believe that Mountain House will continue growing to its 45,000 people without stalling out. Believe it or not, we're still ahead of our projection growth for this year. In 2008, we were projected to have 2,500 homes. We have almost 3,000. We were projected to have 7,400 residents. We have 8,000. The growth is a little slower, but we're still growing. So it's not gloom and doom out there completely. We're doing pretty good. Far better than anyone else in the valley. To continue this, though, we must live within our means. So that means we must manage our budget. That's key to our success in the future. We contract almost all of our services. We even contract the building that we run our local government out of. All of this will need the oversight of the new board. And I will always make decisions that favor Mountain House and its citizens as a board member. I have endorsements from Union City's Mayor Mark Green, Councilman Richard Valle, and Jim Navarro, from law enforcement Neil Telford, and prominent businessmen. I've worked with all of them. None of them give endorsements without cause. I also, if I'm elected, will make sure that I can find as many grants that fit Mountain House as possible and pass them on to staff. So we will at least be able to take a look at this and see how much we qualify for.
30 seconds.
There is a lot of grant money out there, even in these hard times. So again, I would like to say, since I am retired, I have the time to perform the job as board of director, and I hope I can count on your vote November 4th. Thank you.
Again, my name is Thomas Lee, and I want to thank my neighbors for coming out today, and I'm asking for your vote. Basically, I've been here for approximately 4 years or longer, and I've seen this neighborhood go from just a little bit of people to a whole lot of people. I must admit, my first goal was not to run for board of directors. My first goal was actually to run for mayor of this city when we became a city. I have a friend by the name of Ron Gonzalez, who used to be the mayor of San Jose, and he had indicated to me that he knew about Mountain House and that he'd be glad to help me to establish things that I wanted to accomplish as the first mayor of Mountain House. But since we're not a city yet, I cannot vote. You will not be voting for me as mayor, but you can vote for me as one of the board of directors. So my goals are to make this a diverse, wonderful community where we have schools, we have the highest educational attainments for our children, we have businesses, we have everything that's possible to make this the American dream for all people that come into this community. One of my main goals is if I'm not elected to this office, I would like to be one of the teachers that teach at Delta College. And so I have many plans, I have many goals. One of the things that I've done for this community, if you voted in 2006, You saw me at the polls. I was a poll worker in 2006. If you voted in 2008, the June election, you saw me there. I was the supervisor of elections. And I've been active in this community. I would have been one of the supervisors for this vote in November, but I thought it was a conflict of interest since I'd be running, so I decided not to act as a poll worker. But putting all that apart, all I'm asking is if you think that I would make a good candidate for you that you could come to and talk to get your goals accomplished, to make this one of the best cities in the world, vote for me.
Before I get started, I would like to also thank all of you for coming tonight and caring about the future of our community. Again, my name is Andy Sue. I've lived here in Mountain House with my beautiful wife and my 2 wonderful kids for the last 4 years. And I'm running for the board because I want to help make Mountain House the best place for all of us to live. With all these great candidates up here tonight, why should you vote for me? Well, let me give you a few reasons. First, I have current and previous board experience. I'm currently a board member of the Tracy Hospital Foundation, the largest local charitable organization. In 2008, we raised and donated $400,000 to various local organizations. Second, I'm one of the 5 candidates endorsed by the Tracy firefighters. Third, I have a lot of experience in corporate and personal finances. I'm the president of a successful private investment company now, and one in the past. I served on the Finance and Compensation Committee of the largest emergency physician company in California, with over 1,000 physicians and physician assistants. And because of my financial expertise, I've been invited to give lectures at Stanford University for the last 8 years. Fourth, some of my contributions to Mountain House include volunteering for and serving on the MHCSD Ad Hoc Advisory Committee last year, writing monthly educational articles for the Mountain House Times as Doc Andy, contributing, like Jim said, to the Mountain House Mountain House Wiki informational website, and promoting local businesses. Finally, I think this position is about working with and taking care of people and making important decisions. And I have a lot of experience in this area also. Over the last 10 years, as a board-certified emergency physician, I've worked with hundreds of doctors and nurses and taken care of over 50,000 patients. To conclude, I think my experiences will definitely serve our community well, and I ask for your vote. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Cheryl Bernard Shaw, and I am honored to be running as one of the prospective board members for the Mountain House Community Services District. I just want to tell you a couple things, or several things, so that when you get ready to make your vote in November, maybe you can think about 2 things that I think I feel passionate about, and I think that I can be of help or of service to you. One is I plan to advocate on your behalf to have some influence and possibly help amend the master restrictions that apply to everyone that lives in Mountain House. I believe that those master community restrictions that all of you are subject to and have agreed to, you didn't really have very much input in. And I think that for those people that are going to be sanctioned by those restrictions, they should have some say in what those restrictions are. And so I think one of the things I want to work for that I think will be important to your interest is making sure that those restrictions have your feedback and your input. That's one thing. And then the second thing that I want to work on, and I want to use my more than 19 years of experience as a lawyer, but more importantly, my years of experience as a Federal Energy Regulatory Commission attorney, representing the U.S. government, to do what I can to make sure that excessive utility rates that we're being impacted by are discouraged and more than just discouraged, prevented. I believe that the utility rates have a direct impact on the pocketbook of each one of us, or on the wallets of each of us. And when I get my bills every month, it's not that I don't want to pay them, but I think that having an excessive utility rate does much to discourage residents from wanting to stay here when they can't afford it. When they become living on a fixed income after retirement, and they get those bills every month, that has a direct impact on your wallet. So I want to do something that I think can put more money back into your wallet. And I will advocate on your behalf if you deem me appropriate to represent your interests. Not only do I have expertise in advocating in these 2 areas, my previous experience is I've been appointed by 2 governors, Wilson and Gray Davis,